we are less than 1 month away from pitchers and catchers reporting to spring training down in Lakeland, Florida. It's February 13th for the Tigers, but before the Tiger Caravan stops in the Sunshine State, it hit the Glass City. It was a receptive house at Hensville for a quartet of reps from the Tigers. A pair from the front office, and the new comedy duo of manager Brad Ausmus and shortstop Jose Iglesias.
Some people would describe you as kind of a flashy player. You are fun to watch. You know, you look like you have a lot of fun. I know he can understand.
Ella dice que too much flash. Gracias.
The fact the season is still a few months off allows for some jocularity, but the fact remains the Tigers are 2 years removed from their last trip to the postseason, which most likely means Ausmus may have one of the hotter seats in the big leagues this season. But he doesn't see it that way.
There's probably less pressure than there was my first year, quite frankly. My first year, the Tigers had come off winning the division, and there was probably more pressure that year as a rookie manager with very little managerial experience, and the team ended up winning the division again. So I don't know if there was any more pressure. I think sometimes the pressure is off a little bit when you don't win a division. So we've done that 2 years in a row now. We have not won the division, have not made the playoffs, and people in baseball probably aren't as concerned about us. So maybe we can use that to our advantage.
Very happy no one got traded. I feel like we have plenty of talent in our room to be successful. We just have to get it done.
The hubbub was we were going to unload a bunch of guys, but it was a little bit of miscommunication. I think really what Al was saying at the time was we're willing to make trades if it makes us a better team, better organization. We weren't unloading contracts. This is the Detroit Tigers. It's been a winning organization now for over a decade, and it's steeped in history back to the beginning of the 1900s. So it wasn't about that. And the truth is, when you're talking about the names that were mentioned and the contracts that are involved, it's very difficult to even make trades like that. You got to have another team that wants the player. They have to have the players to send back, and they have to have the financial wherewithal to handle a contract like that. So I wasn't overly concerned, despite all the discussion, the conversation about Tigers rebuilding and trading away. That was never the case. It was more about making good baseball trades, and none of them came about. We weren't close on any of them.
While it still remains to be seen what the season will bring, the short trip to Toledo is undoubtedly appreciated by the fans and the Tigers as well.
It's a beautiful opportunity, shares experience and opportunity with fans and people and get to know him. So I'm just really happy to be here.
Well, this is my fourth year in a row. I've done this event every single year since I was hired as a Tigers manager, and the first time I did it, I hadn't been to Toledo since I played in the old stadium in the International League back in 1992. So I think, Toledo, when you think of the Detroit Tigers, Toledo's there. That's part of the organization.